Hey guys, welcome to today's video. And things are going to be a little bit different today. I've decided that I'm going to be doing a voiceover for this video, and I'm going to be going back to something that I uploaded a video about 4 years ago, which is this made in Korea BC Rich Kerry King signature flying V, which I had hastily repainted 10 years ago or something like that. And yeah, it's basically just been sat around in the workshop for a little while. And it's time to kind of get things going. And I kind of want to use this guitar in one of the bands that I'm in. We play in, unfortunately for me, too many different tunings. And I'm always having to mess around with some of my other guitars to get the right kind of tunings that I want. And so I think this is New Year, kind of a good excuse to get this thing going and give this guitar a bit of a spruce up. So just going to go ahead and remove the neck. And thank you very much, everyone that's been watching my previous videos on building the Les Paul Double Cut Junior. Going to just take a little break from that for the time being to get this thing going. And yeah, just kind of trying a few different things out here with the kind of videos that I'm uploading. Ideally, I'd like to try and do one video a week, uploaded on a Saturday, and kind of go from there, all based around building and modifying guitars. So just speeding through, taking all of the red paint off the top of this guitar and exposing what was the original tribal design on the guitar before I painted it, which I absolutely detest. Sorry for any of you that may really like this. So just using some 60 grit sandpaper here on the orbital sander at about half power, and this took about 20 minutes to take it all off. And yeah, unfortunately at the moment having some audio issues, and I'm just using my iPhone to record this, so you probably hear a bit of background noise from the dogs and just kind of other noise around in the area, unfortunately. But you'd be pleased to know that I have ordered a USB microphone, and I'll be doing any future voiceovers using that. So hopefully that'll be here in a few days and I can carry on with that. So just kind of cracking on and sanding the sides of the body. I don't really want to go through the entire finish. I'm not that fussed about it. I'm going to be painting this a solid colour. I just want to get a good scratch surface to begin with. And now going on to the neck, just speeding through this, doing everything by hand. Here I'm just starting, I think, at 180 grit on the soft-ish hand pad, just to give a bit of a scratch coat. And I've got a few dents and dings that I need to go through and fill and level and all those kind of things there. Unfortunately, one of the upper horns on what I call the ball sack headstock has been damaged, so we're going to do a little bit of work on there, and a few ideas at this point kind of kicking around of what I'm going to do, something that I spoke about in the last video I uploaded about it 4 years ago, I think it was. And yeah, we're just going to chop that sucker off. Just checking here to see if there's anything else I need to take off sanding wise. And yeah, so back to the kind of headstock idea here, just kind of measuring up to find the center line of the neck and kind of just seeing what material I've got to play with here, what ideas that I've got that I can have. And yeah, that is the new puppy, Pepper. She's having a little bit of a bark at the moment. I'll probably upload a video about Pepper soon, but she's chasing the other dog because she's got the chew toy. So anyway, back to here. Just kind of lining up. I think I want the tuners to all be in line, and I think probably going to go for a Gibson Flying V style shaped headstock. I don't really want to be adding loads and loads of material to this, and I want to try and keep things mostly in straight lines, as I actually need to have this guitar ready for the 28th of January is when we're playing the show. And I need this guitar before then. I need it to be cured and assembled and played and rehearsed with before then. So yeah, really not very long to go. Another thing I want to do here is I actually want to cap the neck humbucker cavity. So just using the insert from the Crimson Guitars humbucker template, and it's about 3 to 4 mil bigger than the template in every direction. Not entirely sure why that is, but yeah, just a bit of an oversized route for some reason. The original pickups in this guitar were EMG HZs, and I still have those pickups kicking about somewhere with the little mini alpha pots and all that kind of thing, but I'm just not really into the sound at all, so I've ordered a new pickup, which will be here hopefully very shortly to install. So the only thing I had on hand was some 12mm hardwood dowel, and the tuner holes were 9.5mm, so just kind of making the original tuner holes a little bit bigger here so I can plug the dowels in there, and then I can remove exactly where the tuning machine heads are going to be. So I just go up to an 11mm first and then a 12mm, and I'm actually going backwards using the drill bit so as not to get so much tear out. Just checking that the fit is nice and tight in there, which is perfect. And then I'll go ahead and slop a load of glue in there and get all that glued up. Just get rid of some finish sanding. Oh, and here we go first. Actually, we're just going to chop the ball bag headstock off completely to give a nice gluing surface for a bit of maple that I've got there. Just some kind of scraps of off-cut maple that I managed to get for free. And it's a bit too thick at the moment, and I'm not going to put this tiny thing through the planer, so just shaving a little bit off there using the bandsaw. Amazing tool, and been having a little bit of problems with the bandsaw, well, not problems, but actually learning curve, setting it up and kind of getting to grips with different setups for different jobs to use. So got it set up relatively well at the moment, but yeah, massive learning curve. So here we go, putting the dowels in, just some Type Bond 2 to get those guys in there. And yeah, what you can hear there in the background is the dogs playing with their chew treats, rolling all over the floor. If I put them in the next room, they're going to bark a lot more, so it's probably better this way. Now, anyway, this glue up really didn't go as well as I was expecting it to, and I thought I was just going to use the clamps on the dowels, but actually it was pulling things off at an angle, and I really just wanted to get the headstock extension flat against one face of the headstock, in this case the rear, and I had to try a few different things very quickly here to try and get a decent glue up, and eventually I just just about managed to get it there using a clamping cord at the back and then putting some downward pressure on. Anyway, down to another bit of scrap maple here. Just going to quickly cut out the humbucker shape on the bandsaw here, just whizzing through it as quickly as possible. Obviously, footage is all sped up. But yeah, kind of a quite little fun job to do. I don't really anticipate this to be perfect, and now I'm going to have to fill some additional holes, which is fine as long as it's sturdy. Now, on the inside of the cavity is fully painted, and there's not a good gluing surface for the Type Bond 2, and I don't really want to use any epoxy or anything. So I just used a force bit and just kind of went through the paint, and then just cleaning some of those bits up there with a small chisel, just to make sure the gluing surface on the bottom is okay. The sides, I know I'm going to have to fill the sides of the cavity with some wood putty, which is fine, and just keying up the surface as well with the chisel to make sure we're going to get good contact. And there we go, got a Type Bond 2. So we're going to pretty much leave it there for this one. Thank you very much for checking out what's happening with this guitar. I'm glad that we're going to have some progress on it very, very quickly. And if you like the video, please leave a like. And if you would like to, please subscribe and follow along with the guitar builds I'm going to be doing this year in 2023. I've got quite a few good ideas. And yeah, thank you very much. See ya.